Some may say he was literally the voice of the streets. Some may also say innovator, the original sound. Is it even original pirate material? I just say we gotta give some flowers to some legends, man. Welcome to the bars.
Tick tock, you don't stop, stop to the hard. Tick tock, you don't stop, stop to the tick tock, you don't stop, stop. Tick tock, you don't.
Let the bass kick.
Tick tock, you don't stop, stop.
Yes, my G's. Back again. It's your boy Tubby. Welcome to the bars. Chair still squeaking. But I'll be talking about all of the albums that I've listened to over the years, inspired me over the years. Albums I just enjoyed. Albums I thought were interesting. Many albums. And some of these albums may just inspire one of y'all. So that's why I do it. If you got any recommendations, holler at your boy. I'm building this CD collection. So any recommendations, leave them in the comments. Let me know. Find me, I don't know. Just let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your auntie to tell your aunt. If your dog's dead, R.I.P. I don't know. Just tell everyone, bro. Today, we are taking a trip back into time, man. An era that was lively. Everything was inside. You could have been outside and left on the right side or left side. It was just the one. The gunfinger salute was the vibes. The bubble was incredible. The clothes worn were fashion statements. You were outside in Moschino, not Moschino, Moschino. Prada 90 cups were the thing. The security guards didn't know whether they were trainers or shoes. Trainers or shoes. They were just like, bro, come in, they're nice, bro. Come in, bro. It's all right, bro. We didn't know. It was just vibes. Everything was vibes. Man could go raving with £20 and I had a good night. These times I weren't even allowed to go out. I'm just saying. Time where the bass lines were dirty. Times where you tell a man to shut up. And it was a level of endearment. Where MCs had their own styles, individuals, where you would find a combination of a DJ and an MC vibing. Yes, I'm talking about the era of UK garage, UKG. Skanking was vibes, the party was nice. Champagne. Who's rocking Iceberg? The man are going out in their Giorgio Armani jeans. Have a black 12 raves in. They're like washed grey. So we're going back to 2002, where garage was running things. You had So Solid crew, Pay As You Go, DJ Luck and MC Neat, the Heartless crew. Neutrino and Oxide went and done their own thing. Ashley Lee was doing his own thing. Lisa Mafia and Romeo were just doing their own things, shelling down all of these raves. This is just before the rise of grime. Do you really like it? With a little bit of luck. And these men were shelling down big tunes that got national acclaim. They got accolades. Then came a little group, a little vibes. I don't think nobody saw coming. An innovator, a British lads. Brother that nobody saw was going to tear up the scene and be the innovator and the curator of greatness and goatness and an individual style that's never been done again. 679 recordings. This lad, this geezer, this fella came out with the purest, rawest sounds of garage. However, he had this style of spoken word poetry that was so innovative and so vibesy, but more importantly, so relatable. Not just to the ends, but also to the bougie lot, the suburban lot, and also to everybody in the middle, to every class. I just feel like this guy was relatable. And people heard the stories and heard the style, heard the articulacy, and thought, rah, this guy's a bit sick. Who is this? Who is this? That's what everybody thought. I will never ever forget hearing a song called Has It Come to This, which for me is a UK garage. It's not even an anthem. For me, it just epitomizes the sound of what garage is. It gives that whole vibes of what garage is. There was follow-up tracks like Don't Mug Yourself. So relatable. don't know who I'm talking about, I'm talking about The Streets, original pirate material. Frontman of The Streets, a geezer from Birmingham called Mike Skinner. And Mike Skinner is such a British musical innovator, alongside a couple of other guys who I believe were in The Streets, Robert Harvey, and then you had the vocalist Kevin Mark Trail, who was like the vocals and done a lot of the vocals throughout the music. As a trio together, they created a masterpiece. Original Pirate Material is British music history that takes the essence of not only garage music, but also old school rock and roll music, also elements of poetry, elements of classic hip hop as well. Such an innovative masterpiece, man. It's a masterpiece, bro. The beauty to The Streets and the beauty to Mike Skinner, it was heart on sleeve music. It was straight to the point. It was just pure honesty. To the man them in the ends, to the geezer in the pub, it was just pure honesty. That was the beauty to Mike Skinner's articulate, poetic style. There was no lies. There's no lies told. Front cover, a clipper lighter. If you know what a clipper lighter is, you know. See, there was no lies. It was all bare honesty, bare realness. Captivated everyone. Just a geezer, mate. I'm just a geezer. Just a geezer, mate. But look, check the pamphlet, man. Check the pamphlet. This is the front cover. You know what this is? You're gonna understand why it's so relatable. Just the tower block, just as we see in the ends everywhere we go. Anybody that saw this knew instantly what this album's gonna entail, alongside The Streets in the clipper lighter. If you know, you know. But it's pamphlet. It's just pure honesty. What we all do, little drive, show garage, bro. We go to, do you know what I'm saying? Regular stuff, regular. Man ain't in no club, nowhere. Man's got plastic bag, show garage. Gotta go pick up a few things, and boom, straight to the boozer, straight to the pub, mate. That's where you find me, talking to the local lads, trying to figure out what's going on in the bits. Classic B&H Gold, if you know, you know. When you could buy a 10 bucks, a 20 bucks, you have to win the lottery to own it. It's a mad thing. Nan's front room. Just a Nan's front room, mate. Just classical stuff. And this has got to be best handwritten thank yous in any album. Good, I'm gonna have to read it, so you check this out. Thanks to all my family and friends. Too many to mention. My short-term memory ain't what it used to be. Thanks to Locked On, Pure Groove at 679. Big up yourself, Original Pirate Material. For all of the support from day one. Thanks to all the girls who dumped me and all the geezers who beat me up or taxed me. You drove me to be focused. I mean, come on. Back page, back of the cab. On the way to a rave, on the way to the boozer. Where are you going, mate? On the way to the studio. Who knows? Even on the track listing, he makes it so authentic. Next to an ashtray with some buttered out zoots in it. And even like the crossing out of song names and stuff like that. This is what I mean by authenticity and just being so incredibly real and honest. This is why this album was so loved. The storytelling on this album and the honesty and the realness, I think, is what makes this album so incredibly important to British music, man. Mike Skinner innovated a sound, and not only did he innovate a sound, as he gained more traction, he collaborated and helped and provided a platform for so many other British artists that were coming through. And Mike Skinner's got to be held in one of the highest regards in terms of British music legends, man. So big up The Streets and big up Mike Skinner. This album, if you don't know, actually won the Mercury Music Prize Album of the Year. If you want to know about British culture, mate, and what we do around here when it comes to this good music and what we do on a daily basis, no matter where you're from, inclusion. Yeah, it's all inclusion, mate. I just want to be one of the fellas, one of the lads. Can't lie to you. It ends to the pub, to my mum's front room, to the studio, to pirate radio. Pirate radio was synonymous and parallel to British underground music culture. We just wire up our own satellites and try to figure it out and create our own radio stations, because the music that we were making wasn't considered music friendly. Rinse, Cool FM, Deja Vu, Heat FM. Even on top, these radio stations were crucial innovation and the exposure to UK underground music. And the Streets were birthed from that. And some of the biggest British pivotal artists are all kids and children from pirate radio. These individuals built an infrastructure. I don't know. They built this thing, bruv, and it become dominant. It become the thing. British classic music, man, from so many different styles, so many different backgrounds and cultures, and created this incredible masterpiece. I've rinsed that word. I need to stop saying it. I need to extend my articulacy, my vocab. But if you want all of that, man, please go check out The Streets. Mike Skinner is an absolute genius. This album is incredible. Streets, original pirate material.